and welcome to your March 2018 general reading. And I just pulled your cards and I just thought, oh my, oh my, just what is going on here? So much, look, so much vitality, so much passion, so much mastery of the elements. Two queens, the sun, the strength card. An awful lot of power, because to get the queens and kings you need an awful lot of power, and I'm not talking about power over people, I'm talking about power, inner power, which is power over ourselves, basically spiritual mastery. And I'm just laughing at what you most want, the Magician card, spiritual mastery. Anyhow, I'll get to that in a minute. It's really interesting, Aries. I get these first impressions and I have to go there, or else it just clouds my judge. I don't get clear sight. So you enter March a little bit fork in the road, a bit confused about where to go next. The Nine of Wands has got multiple meanings, and I'm trying to look at your other cards to see. The Nine of Wands traditionally is my PSD card, okay? It tends to show a guy with a bandage on his head and keeping people away from him, okay? We've all got a little bit, we've all got trauma within us, Aries, okay? I think most astrologers agree that I'm also an astrologer, that we all carry the trauma signature within us, because living in our current climate is literally traumatic. This can also be about owning fire, and I don't think I have to teach you about owning fire, Aries. In fact, you should be teaching me about owning fire. Owning fire is about owning your limit lines, owning your boundaries, claiming your territory, and almost having a stop sign. So maybe there's certain people or certain things that are pushing your boundaries, Aries. Only you know, okay? Only you know the true meaning of a card. It's with the Two of Wands, which is that fork in the road. So some of yous might have been a bit restless and a little bit discontent. You picked up that Ace of Wands, and you've got this beautiful Aries determination, and you're moving forward on your journey, but you've had this, shall I go right or shall I go left? Okay. I'm wondering, it might be to do with relationships, because the Three of Swords has turned up, okay? But not necessarily, okay? Some of you, it might be about your life path, work and money, who knows. But what you most want is spiritual mastery, okay? Now, true mastery, particularly for everyone who is into the tarot cards, who's into astrology, it's the inner realms that we need to master. It's not about mastering people, places, or things. It's about mastering our own inner worlds, yeah, and living our lives from a deeply powerful inner place, okay? That is what true power is, essentially. And this is what you most want, which is making me laugh. This Magician has got 4 aces, which is new beginnings in every area of life. I love it, Aries. So you're not going half-hearted into the situation. It's almost, no, I just want to have this whole new beginning. Now, the Magician channels divine energy through his crown chakra, yeah? And don't forget, you can't put wine into a cup that's already full. So there always needs to be a deep emptying process. And an emptying process is literally a spiritual awakening, where we release the past, all its imprints, so we can bring in this beautiful energy of power. And this is how we become spiritual masters, and we get mastery over our emotions, our finances, our thoughts, and our vitality. Very exciting here. It's the Alchemist card. It's transformation, basically. And your supportive energy for the whole month, probably my favourite major, is the Judgment card. This is a picture of people, okay? This is about the card of regeneration. It's about coming back from the dead, yeah? Rebirth, essentially. And I am laughing because we are going into Aries. We are going into the new year, astrologically. And then we're going up to Easter, which represents this rebirth time. But this is your supportive energy. Now, when I pull the Judgment card personally, what I do, Aries, is I just say thank you. Because gratitude is the most powerful force on earth. It opens our heart completely. It increases our finances multiple times. And it's not thank you for all the good. It's thank you for all my good, but also thank you for all my lessons, because they have made me into the person that I am. Okay? Really powerful, Aries. Now, what your challenge is the Three of Swords. There might be a relationship entanglement here. Might be. And that's what this Two of Wands is. There might be an attachment to something, anything, which is causing you some pain. The Three of Swords also represents past pain, but it's pierced your heart to the core, Aries. So it still lives within you. And really, again, that spiritual mastery is about uprooting all these samsaras, all these imprints that are still keeping you from your joy, that are still keeping you from your true place and your true power. Really interesting here. But for some of you, there might just be a little bit of relationship pain here, because the Strength card just showed up in relationship house. And sometimes the Strength card doesn't appear unless we need it to appear. Because one of the sides of Strength card is about accessing our resources, our resilience. So sometimes when we pull it, it's because we need it. Okay, that's only one side of it though. The Strength card on a deeper level is about soul unification. No longer divided, no longer our life is going at cross purposes. We've got our eye on our soul path. Look, she's got her eye on her north node. Her heart's going in the one direction, and she's got control of, say this would be her self-sabotage, the part of her that ruins her opportunities, that part of her that self-hates, the low self-esteem, the voices in the head that keep us small, Aries. She's got control of it, and she's just going after her soul destiny now, and she ain't looking back. Which is interesting, because sometimes that Three of Swords can be about looking back. And there seems to be a desire to keep moving forward. I might pull another card for these two. Anyhow, money and work, Queen of Pentacles, absolutely great card to have here. Can represent an earth sign, male or female, but ultimately it's becoming master of the element. It's becoming master of your financial world. Because remember, you reap whatever you sow. And I'm not always talking about hard graft here, Aries. I'm talking about things like gratitude for what you have increases your financial flow. Because being a queen is about having enough. It's about knowing and believing in divine providence and benevolence, that you're grounded, you're supported, and you're connected with the earth element, which supports you if you allow it to. I'm pulling another card for here. At your spiritual level, look at what you've got. Absolute passion. The Queen of Wands is about vitality. She's passion. Now, much more deeper than that. This is about Kundalini energy, okay? Fire. Fire through your spinal column. It's about waking up to your true soul potential. And that's a bit like the Strength card. It's waking up. It's trying to claim your true destiny and moving forward from that angle. But it's about getting that fire, moving right up the spinal column and into the crown chakra, a bit like the Magician card. Look, they're both absolutely on fire. Really interesting, really focused and really powerful, Aries. Now your outcome is the Sun card. Most positive card in the deck. It's a yes. The Sun card gives life to everything. This is about new life. This is about new growth. It's also about being in the sign of Aries, moving into your solar return. But it's about saying relax. Everything is good. Everything's going to be okay. That's all. You know what I'm seeing when I look at that Sun card? I'm seeing a big yes. So what does that mean to you, Aries? What does this yes mean to you? Now, I pulled another card for these, and the Five of Cups came up. I think there's definitely some issues around loss here and not sure which way to go regarding a relationship. This might only be for one or two people, by the way. You understand, Aries, it's about being generous, and you reap what you sow. You give out good vibes, you get it back ×3, okay? But I think some of you, the challenge is around some sort of relationship issue. Maybe something's not worked out, or there's some grief from the past that's not been processed yet, okay? Now, when we run into trouble in our lives, it's always about some past pain and trauma that's not been processed. There isn't anything else, because in a healthy person, our life force, and we're all a bit healthy and a bit unhealthy, okay? Our life force just runs up our spine. What blocks it is always these experiences which need to be relived and processed and transmuted. But because you've got this Queen of Wands at a level of your soul, it's saying you've got the power to do this. So you can move towards the Sun card and the World card, which is happy conclusion of a whole cycle of your life and ready to claim this destiny, this new beginning, Aries. What a reading, okay? Loads of love, Aries, and I'll be back as usual for my love readings and my weeklies. Speak soon, bye.